How's it going, boys? My name is Rice. Welcome back to the show about just being better. I want to talk about a idea that is very, very common, and it's very, very obvious, but I think it needs to be said as many times as it needs to be said. And there's a quote for this. I don't know what the quote is, I can't remember it, but here's like the gist. A person who does something, whatever it may be, it may be a mediocre attempt, it may be somehow it's an amazing attempt, or maybe it's like a really shitty attempt, is 100% going to beat the guy who plans a perfect move. It's 100% going to beat the guy who's planning a perfect move. I don't know what it is that your goal might be. Like, it could be, again, going back to the YouTuber angle that I love to turn back to. A guy who's putting out a bunch of mediocre videos is 100% going to beat the guy that puts out one amazing video that takes him multiple years because he kept sitting on the idea of which angle he wanted to take, which maybe he thought about maybe being a gaming YouTuber. He thought, no, that's not right. I should be. He kept cutting scripts. He kept cutting ideas, and didn't end up making anything for a year. When a guy who might have been in the same boat as him decided to put out some slop. It might have been slop, yeah. It might have been like pretty shitty content, but he still put that out. And if a year from now, or a year later from that point, the guy who put out the slop is probably doing better than him. I'm describing me. This is literally me. I had like 4 scripts that were like never finished, that I never put out because I kept overthinking it and I kept delaying it. I kept saying I'll work on it this weekend, and I ended up putting nothing out for a whole fucking year. And it eats at me that I did that. It really does. I've thought I've done better. I've posted 2 on my main channel, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. I hope I can keep this discipline and motivation going because it's getting me closer to where I want to be. I'm not saying that I'm gonna be a big shot YouTuber. I'm not saying that at all. But it's showing to me that I can put the effort in to what I want to do, and I feel like I'm putting more towards it than I did sitting on which idea and which angle I wanted to move in. It's very obvious. It's very painfully obvious that the guy who's already making moves is already going to reach the finish line before the guy who's planning on how fast he needs to be in pace for, how effectively does he need to slow down for the turn, or so. I don't know. I'm kind of making up shit at the moment, but like, he is going to beat you. He's 100% going to beat you. And if you're still stuck on the fence of what to do, of what angle you should take, you are going to lose, my friend. You are going to lose. Again, back on like that YouTuber thing, making videos that I was talking about earlier. I used to, with these ones specifically, like this was just meant to be me getting better at talking, right? It was just meant to be, this always was meant to be me learning to get better with my voice. I used to fucking plan out every single script, and I went months without uploading because I would just get so unmotivated with the script. That's not right. That was never the plan. The plan was to just click upload. Didn't matter what it was, didn't matter if it was planned, didn't have to be planned, but I got so shoehorned into planning that I just didn't do anything. I overthought, and that's not right. I don't care what it is that you want to do. Maybe you don't even want to be a YouTuber, which is like the example I use because that's fucking me. That's who I want to be. Maybe you want to get super shredded. Maybe you want to be the biggest fucking guy that you've ever seen. You want to become that guy. And you haven't even started going to the gym yet. You just keep watching videos about it. You keep thinking in the back of your head that you want to do it, but you haven't fucking started. And it's been a year since New Year's when you made that resolution. You should just go to the gym, bro. You should just start lifting. Just start doing things. Sure, you might need to do some research because that's just like obvious, but like a guy who's going to the gym without a plan and just like somewhat works out a way, like somewhat like lifts like a few kgs or whatever, is going to be on track for that biggest body more than the guy who's just watching the videos. And obviously once you get that started, it becomes easier and you're more familiar with it, and then you can understand what you really need to do. Like it's what you should be doing that. Anyway, I hope whatever is your goal is, that you get out of that overthinking rut that it's so easy to fall in. It's so easy to fall in. I hope you get out of it. Anyway, again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.